Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. So yesterday, to promote this show, Tony Khan did a media call, and I was dying during this media call because if you'll recall, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, there was an interview with Nick Khan. And, which, by the way, do you remember when Nick Khan and Tony Khan, their last names were spelled differently, Tom?
Are they now spelled the same?
They're the same. And allegedly, they've always been spelled the same. And I think this is the Mandela effect because I absolutely 100% remember these two names being spelled differently. And
as do I.
I know. And, you know, I somebody in WWE yesterday was like, dude, you're not wrong. I know they were spelled different. Nope. Apparently, they've always been the same. Now, somebody did go back. One of our readers did go back through, like, the Google machine or whatever that thing is. And there are some news articles from around the time that Nick Khan was hired where his name was spelled differently. But it was weird because, like, it would be spelled wrong in the headline but right in the body of the article or vice versa. It's just weird. But, yeah. Now, so anyway, this Nick Khan bloke, remember he did that interview and he's like, we don't bench our talent. And then, like, everyone who loves AEW got really angry, and it's like, well, let's find out who we can find that they have benched. And then, you know, we've had the argument for weeks about what the term benched even means, and, you know, nobody gets benched and this and that. I swear to God, Tony Khan yesterday, when asked about Britt Baker, he said, we got a lot of talent on the bench if we need it. I was dying, absolutely dying. He just flat out said, yep, we got a lot of people benched. So anyway, he was asked about Britt Baker.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, Tom.
Do I need to get into this?
No. He was asked about Britt Baker.
Because being benched and being on the bench are not the same things.
He was asked about, you're on the bench, dude.
They are not the same thing.
Listen.
The terms are not congruent.
The point is, there are people on the bench. Literally, it says, on the bench. We have talent on our bench. Okay? There are benched talent. Look at you. Look at you. First off, you're shrinking. You look like mini-me.
Because I'm embarrassed by your inability to understand.
Get out of here. Is this going to be about rock, paper, scissors next or whatever that thing was?
Oh, my God.
What was it last time?
Flip a coin.
Oh, yeah, flipping a coin. Shut up, Dom. I don't need you. Anyway.
Yes, you do, to explain how to flip a coin.
He's asked, where's Britt Baker? And he said there'd been, you know, the rumors about she'd asked for a release to go to WWE. He said he had never had a conversation about her leaving AEW. He likes her a lot. He launched into a sports analogy about only being able to use so many players as starters. They've been running a tight, focused show with a focused crew. They have a lot of talent on the bench if they need it, which applies to both the men and the women. And that's all he said. So, there you go. He said the Continental and International titles will not be retired, and the new unified champion might carry around all 3 belts. Because, of course. He also verified the Continental Classic will be back, but did not say what the winner will get. He noted that there have been a lot of injuries. Queen Aminata was, quote, called up to replace Jamie Hayter, who has been injured, and she will be out of action longer than expected. Red Velvet was injured during her CMLL match last month. While she is expected to push through, she will be unable to defend the title, and so there will be a new interim champion crowned this Friday. So, they're not stripping her. We're adding another belt because she's injured. And then he talked about Mercedes Moné and the questions about her creative control or lack thereof. And he said he is the only one in AEW with creative control. Said he took control back heading into 2020 and again in 2025, which has resulted in a better product. Wow. We'll talk more about this after the break. Observer Live. Nerds, listen. Okay? You know what's funny about this whole benched thing? If you actually listen to the show, Tom, you would realize that I do know that there's a difference between being on the bench and being benched. Because I actually explained this correctly. And Dom would back me up if he wasn't being a gimmick. I actually explained this correctly a couple of days ago. Okay? There is being on the bench and there's being benched. They are two different things. Okay? I talked about this a few days ago. But here's the thing, though. Okay? With Britt Baker. We actually don't know if she's on the bench or benched. We have no idea. We also have no idea about a lot of different people. Is Keith Lee on the bench or is he benched? I don't know. These are the questions that we need answered. Right?
Well, Bryan, regardless, if you are a featured talent on television repeatedly over time, and then all of a sudden you are just gone, regardless, for a long time, for 6 months, for a year, 2 years, you're benched.
Sure.
That's the qualifier, as if you are previously like a star and then you
exactly.
disappear.
This is exactly what I said
injured.
about Tala Tonga. When people go, Tala Tonga's been benched. It's like the guy didn't even debut. He got signed, and then he sat on the bench waiting for them to plug him into the storyline, which they eventually did. Being benched would be, what's his name? Poor Dexter Loomis. When that guy had that match with Motor City Machine Guns, and it was just the most horrible match ever, and he botched every spot, and he started dropping F-bombs on the air. If he then was taken off television, that guy got benched. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't know what happened with Britt Baker. Is she on the bench, or did she get benched? And Keith Lee. And countless others. And apparently, and this was my fault, what's his name?
What?
Pete Dunne and...
No, what did you just say?
I said it's
a
my
second
fault.
ago? Whoa.
I always say this, you idiot. What's the other fella? Pete Dunne, his other fella?
Tyler Bate.
Tyler Bate, yeah. So I mentioned that they were injured, and apparently Tyler Bate actually came back from injury, but then disappeared. He had torn his pec. So he's not out due to injury. Now we just don't know why he's out. Is he benched or is he on the bench? That's the question. Just like old Tala Tonga. Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify.